Peace, everyone. I am Kashia with Honest Doula, here to give an honest moment on this Monday, and I will be here every Monday, so welcome. So what I'll be doing every Monday is I put a link in the comments where you can ask me questions, and so throughout the week, so that way on Mondays I'll come with the answers to your questions that you have. Just to be clear, what I'm here for, I am a doula, so that means I assist mothers and their families with the ushering in of their children by way of providing knowledge and support and all the things that they may need within that birthing process. So, before birth, fertility, conceiving, during birth, and postpartum. So that is my specialty. Also, my website is in the comments. It's in the description of this video. So today I really wanted to talk about fear, especially when it comes to the birthing world and the Black woman being in the birthing world. A lot of the things that we do is led by fear or out of fear, and a lot of decisions that we make, especially regarding our bodies, is fear-led, or fear is imposed on us. For example, in the hospital dynamic, we are already seen as less than, whether it's implicit or explicit bias. So a lot of times when we take control over what it is that we want for our bodies, then it's the tactic of fear that comes in, and so oftentimes we feel forced into making specific decisions. So, and that holds a lot of power. And so that's why it's important to educate yourselves and find an advocate if you're unable to do that. That is why a doula is very important, because a doula can be that advocate. If you have any questions, that doula can provide you with the necessary resources so that you and your loved ones can make the proper decisions regarding your body and what should be going forward, especially during birth, okay? Because a lot of times fear will be used as a way for you to make hastily decisions and feel like you're backed into a corner, and that's just not how it's supposed to be. Especially in the birthing process, it's supposed to be a serene, it's supposed to be a calm experiences where you have the choice, because it is your and your partner's baby. This is not anyone else. The hospital is there to assist you. So oftentimes they will use fear tactics such as, you love your baby, don't you? Or you have a high risk of this and this. So that is why it's really wise to seek out education or an advocate that can help you. For example, when a mother is pregnant, there are some screen tests that they offer, and a lot of times, especially within Black women, they feel forced into getting one specifically called amniocentesis. Now, this can determine, if your baby has any known birth defects. So you figure out this test by they stick a needle between the baby and your uterus to take out some of the fluid so that they can test the chromosomes to see if the chromosomes are abnormal or not. Okay, and so if the level is too high, you can risk effects like spinal bifida, and if it's too low, you can have effects such as Down syndrome. However, before even doing this test, what determines it is taking a AFP test, which is it's called? It's a fetal protein. It's a protein that they take your blood and they can weigh it and see, they'll measure and see if it's too high or too low. Now, here's the thing. With African American women, that level is naturally 15% higher automatically, so that's just a natural thing. And even the Black women with this percentage high, they have the lowest percentage of anything being wrong with their children when they're born. It's actually the white woman who has the higher percentage of birth defects when this AFP level is too high or too low. So that's how they figure out the amniocentesis test, if it should be done based off this level. Now, if you're a Black woman and it's naturally higher, there's possibility that they're going to say, oh, well, you need to do this test. You love your baby could, have birth defects and things of that nature. If you don't have a history within your family of abnormal chromosomes or things of that nature, chances are you don't need that test, and you can elect to have those to not have those tests. Okay, so you have the option, and it's very much important to be educated on specific things, because the doctors won't tell you all of this. They won't tell you that Black women have a 15% natural higher level, not because there's anything wrong. It's just because it's a natural occurrence within the melanated blood and within the melanated body. So it's really important to educate yourself or find an advocate so that we can eliminate this fear, because there is power in fear, and oftentimes we make decisions that we later regret out of fear. And so one way to combat fear is educating yourselves, being more aware and alert to what is happening to your bodies, and ask questions, because asking questions is very important in these times, especially when you're bringing forth Black children, because racism for the Black child begins immediately in the hospital. So we're trying to combat that. So that is why it's important to not have that power of fear to overwhelm you or control you or consume you. And that's why it's important to have that support system. It's important to have that advocate, and to educate yourself so that you are armed with the truth, the knowledge, so that you don't have to make decisions out of fear. And you don't have to do anything hastily. You can always come back. You don't have to make things seem so urgent, because you are the person, you're the star. Okay. So again, this is Kashia with Honest Doula. I do have in the comments a link where you can ask me questions, and each Monday I'll come on and answer the questions that you may have. It's a Google Doc. Just send that form in or come to my email, and I'll have the answers prepared for you. And I'll have them prepared for you. So I hope that you have an amazing day today, and understand that fear, whether you're in the birthing community or not, fear should not rule you. Fear should not be your determining factors in the decisions that you make. And when instances of fear occur, begin to get more education, ask questions, and get to the bottom of it, especially when it comes to your body. So we're supposed to make decisions not out of fear, but out of that faith and that knowing. Okay? Have a great Monday.